welcome you most sincerely on behalf of the JAC of NASU and SANU. And let me quickly thank you for the tremendous support that you have extended to us in the past. Without wasting much of your time, I present the text of the press conference. The ongoing industrial tensions in the university system stem from the failure of government to respect collective bargaining agreements entered into with the Joint Action Committee of NASU and SANU. Specifically, Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, signed between officials of the federal government and both unions on Tuesday, 20th October 2020. The issues in contention are inconsistencies in IP's payment, non-payment of earned allowances, non-payment of arrears of national minimum wage, delay in renegotiations of FGN, NASU and SANU 2009 agreement, non-payment of retirement benefits of outgone members, teaching staff usurping headship of non-teaching units in clear violation of conditions of service and establishment procedures, neglect and poor funding of state universities, and non-constitution of visitation panels for universities and inter-university centers. Out of the 7 issues, only 1 has been partially resolved, while the other 6 issues have not been attended to by government. 3 months after the Memorandum of Understanding was signed. Let me quickly run through them. 1, inconsistency in IP's payment. Our joining IPs was in good faith and with an understanding that it will capture the peculiarities of the university system. Sadly, since enrollment of our members into IPs, we have experienced many anomalies and irregularities in salary payments to our members. Some of our members have not received salaries since enrollment about a year ago, while some statutory allowances were also not paid to deserving staff. Third-party deductions, such as union dues and cooperative societies' contributions, were muddled up. The confusion caused by IPs has led to our demand that it should be stopped as a payment platform for NASU and SANU members. And as such, we have also designed a payment platform called the University Peculiar Personnel and Payroll Payment System, U4PX. The October 2020 Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, resolved that the complaints of NASU and SANU with respect to IPs would be corrected within 2 weeks. But 3 months after, there has been no correction of these anomalies, leading to a high level of restiveness among our members who have been shortchanged on account of the problems caused by IPs. 2, non-payment of earned allowances. Earned allowances are a product of the 2009 SANU and NASU agreement with the federal government. The first tranche of 30 billion was paid in 2013 through the due process of the councils of the universities who disbursed the payments to deserving staff. The second tranche in 2017 witnessed a breach of due process, and the payments were allocated from the Federal Ministry of Education at a ratio of 89% for ASU and 11% for the three other unions. The councils were sidelined, while inter-university centers were excluded. Following our protest, an additional sum of 8 billion was released to cater for part of the shortfall paid to our members. In 2019, another tranche was paid using the same wrongful process of allocation from the Federal Ministry of Education. And again, ASU was allocated 80% and other unions 20%. The implications of the releases of these payments on the end allowances are: 1, due process and the autonomy laws were breached by excluding the governing councils in the payments. 2, there have been no forensic audit reports guiding the payment to determine what is eligible and outstanding to each staff of the universities and inter-university centers. We therefore demand the release of the forensic audit reports on the payment of end allowances to all staff in the university and inter-university centers, and the immediate payment of all arrears of end allowances based on the forensic audit report from 2009 till date. 3, non-payment of arrears of national minimum wage. More than 1 year after the implementation of the national minimum wage, the government has not deemed it fit to pay the arrears to staff of universities and inter-university centers, despite the fact that other ministries, departments, and agencies had been paid. The MOU signed with the federal government on 20th October 2020 agreed to compute and process the arrears for payment within a 2 weeks time frame, which government has failed to comply with. 4, delay in renegotiation of federal government, NASU and SANU year 2009 agreements. Based on the 2009 agreements with the unions, the negotiation with the federal government fell due in 2012. After several correspondences to the federal government on the matter, it was only in 2018 that the federal government constituted a renegotiating committee headed by Dr. Wale Babalakin, SAN, who resigned in that capacity last year. Unfortunately, since the reconstitution of the committee with Professor Muzali Jibril as chairman, the two unions, NASU and SANU, have not been invited for a meeting. Meanwhile, the Memorandum of Understanding agreed on a lag time of a week to conclude the committee work, and as such will be due by 31st December 2020. Here we are in January 2021 with not even an invitation from the reconstituted renegotiating committee till date. 5, non-payment of retirement benefits. to outgone members. Many anomalies have been observed with respect to payment of retirement and death benefits to our members. These anomalies were pointed out to the government, and in the signed Memorandum of Understanding of October 2020, it was agreed that within a 2-week timeline, effort will be made to correct the anomalies. Till date, however, the situation remains the same, and our members continue to languish. 6, teaching staff usurpation, headship of non-teaching units in clear violation of conditions of service and establishment procedures. Universities and inter-university centers were established by law and run with conditions of service, whereas their qualified non-teaching staff who can head the non-teaching units. Most universities and inter-university centers have consistently appointed the teaching staff into such positions. This is a breach of established procedures and conditions of service, which government has promised to address in the October 2020 MOU, but failed. 7, neglect and poor funding of state universities. The last 4 years have witnessed a trend where state universities have been battered and bruised due to wanton neglect and poor funding by state governments, who by law are visitors to these universities. Our members have been subjected to different kinds of hardship, such as amputation of salaries, mass retrenchment, and proscription of trade unions. And the trend has been indeed disturbing. Many state governments abdicate the responsibility of executing capital projects to TETFund, which is only supposed to be intervention from taxpayers' money. The October MOU deliberated extensively on the challenges of state universities, with an understanding that the government through the NUC would intervene on behalf of state universities with their proprietary governments. Sadly, till date, no such attempt at intervention have been initiated. 8, non-constitution of visitation panels for universities and inter-university centers. Although the membership of the visitation panels for university and inter-university centers have been named, the panels have not been inaugurated, and this contravenes the MOU, where it was agreed that the panels will be inaugurated latest by the end of November 2020. More so, the necessary mechanisms have not been put in place for effective takeoff of their work. Resolutions. The outcome of the resolutions across the branches are as follows. For NASU, 90% of NASU members in all the universities and inter-university centers support the strike, while 10% said no. For SANU, 83% of SANU members across the universities and inter-university centers positively support the strike, while 11% said no. 6% were indifferent. It is in line with the resolutions of our members nationwide that the leadership of the Joint Action Committee of NASU and SANU hereby resolved as follows. 1. That members of NASU and SANU shall embark on an indefinite, comprehensive, and total strike with effect from midnight of Friday, 8 February 2021. 5th February 2021. 2. That 2 weeks notice, effective from today, Friday, 22nd January 2021, is hereby given to government and relevant stakeholders of this development. Thank you, comrade, for listening.